Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to yet another video. Thank you so much for those who are currently subscribed to my channel and have been following my videos, even though I haven't been posting or uploading videos to YouTube as frequently as I would like. And thank you also for those who are not currently subscribed but are still watching my videos from time to time. And if you aren't subscribed, why not hit that bell and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on all this good stuff that I have going on, okay? So, with that being said, I want to get right into today's video. Quick shout out to Cracked Egg Design for this awesome photography t-shirt. I'm super psyched to be wearing these t-shirts that she gave me on photo shoots and while working with clients, and it's just really awesome. And if you haven't checked out her Instagram page, she's on Instagram, you can check her out, seeing her t-shirts, and also she has face masks for photographers as well that have photography related things on them. Really cool and great for considering the time that we're dealing with right now. And also for women, they have she has leggings and stuff like that. So anyway, moving right along. In today's video, I would like to get into a little bit of storytelling. For those of you who have been following me on Instagram or who follow me on Instagram and have been following my stories and keeping up with my lives and my IGTV, I have been, for like the past month, I have been interviewing one creative a week and just trying to find out their story about how they got into photography, what are their goals with photography, what are their future endeavors, what photography they specialize in, and just basically getting a background story of how they even got into it. And basically I started doing this because I wanted to be more personable on my Instagram page and show my face more and interact more with my followers and other fellow photographers in the community, and basically just try to build up the photography and just creative community as a whole where I live. And I mean, even if you were outside of where I live, I would still collaborate with you as well or interview you. It doesn't matter whether we're in the same state or not, because I've been doing it all electronically over Instagram Lives. But after interviewing so many different people, like 4 or 5 different photographers, and hearing everybody's different stories and backgrounds, and how they got into photography, it was very encouraging to me to want to continue to go forward with this. And it was like an interchange of encouragement, and I hope it encouraged you if you were watching the video. If you are a newbie or a beginner, a novice photographer, videographer, whatever it is, for you to continue progressing and trying each day to get better, because in the long run, that's all we're trying to do. Even people that are more seasoned, professionals, intermediate, whatever level you are, we're all just trying to get better. So that was mainly just to encourage one another and just to keep going, basically, especially now with these difficult art times we have right now. But basically, some of you asked a few questions about my story and how I got into photography, and I intentionally was very vague during the interviews that I had over Instagram Lives and didn't really want to get too much into my story, because I had planned to make this video in the future about my own story. I was going to make this separate video, and that's what this is here for right now. I basically am going to tell you guys my story about how I got into photography. So, this is the story. I took photography as an elective in high school. I was a senior in high school, so I only took it for like 1 year. It was pretty fun. I really enjoyed the class. I had a pretty good teacher, and he gave several different projects and assignments where I had to photograph different things. Starting out, I literally only photographed like trees and nature, and I didn't really photograph very many people, or I wasn't really into portrait photography at all whatsoever. Which is kind of ironic and funny, because now it's like almost the only thing that I ever photograph. I usually photograph people a lot. I do a little bit of product photography, but I'm mainly a portrait photographer, and that's actually what I specialize in and what I really love and enjoy now. And I actually barely photograph nature anymore, even though that's how I started out. So it's just kind of funny to see where you began, where you started, and then where you are today, and how you evolve over time, and just everything changes based on a lot of different factors, to be honest. When you get exposed to more different types of photography, when you find out which one you like the most and which is, I guess, your niche. But my first camera when I first started photography in high school was a little point and shoot. I'm actually about to show you guys. I think my dad got it from Target. I can barely remember, but my dad actually got it for me. It does not still work, but it was a little Nikon. Let me see, a Nikon Coolpix camera. Yeah, it's like a little red little thing. It's just funny looking at this right now. I don't even think it works anymore. But I took a lot of okay pictures on this. They weren't great. They weren't the quality that I take now. But everybody starts somewhere, and they were pretty okay pictures for the time being when I was first starting out. I'm actually gonna drop a couple, or more than a couple, like several pictures I took on this camera actually. That was back in like 2013, so that was like 7 years ago. 7 years ago was when photography started for me as just a hobby. Something I just woke up in the morning, liked to do. Not only did it for the class, but I actually grew to actually enjoy photography. I would wake up, I would do like a lot of sunset watching. I would go to places where there was going to be just beautiful scenes and natures, and just take pictures and just sort of get lost in nature and just really enjoy it. Go for walks with my camera, take my camera almost everywhere that I could. I remember one time I was driving with my parents, and I actually asked my dad to stop so I could take a picture of a rainbow, and he did stop for me. So stuff like that was pretty normal for me. But anyway, I'm gonna drop some pictures so you guys can see what kind of pictures I took way back when. My journey for photography, well, I wouldn't say came to a halt, but sort of came to a pause. I graduated from high school, and I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my life secularly, what I would do for work. I didn't have it all figured out at 18, and like a lot of 18-year-olds, I don't have it all figured out. They shouldn't always be expected to. And everybody has their future planned out right at 18 or right when they're graduating. Some do, and that's great if you know what you want to do with the rest of your life at that age. But I, for me personally, didn't know. So it was kind of a scary thing, but I did eventually figure it out. But at that time, I was not sure. I was just happy to be graduating, to actually have completed high school, and to have passed and to have good grades, and I was happy and content with that at the moment. So after graduating, obviously I had graduation ceremony and everything, and it went well. I just pretty much started working. I worked part-time like at Dunkin' Donuts, different fast food places I worked at for a while. I was there for like about a year. That was my first job. But after that, after being there for about a year, then I went to a different job. Somewhere in 2015, it was kind of like the summer of 2015, I believe it was August, I had the privilege of going to New York, Warwick, New York, to do some volunteer work. And I was actually on a construction site, and it was very awesome and fun. It was just an amazing experience all around. I was there for about a week, and they had me fire stopping, and it was really cool, and I got to work with a lot of different people that helped me, because obviously I had no construction background, but it was a very awesome experience, and I really enjoyed it. It's not the destination, it's the journey. Trust the process. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you aren't subscribed already so you don't miss out on any of this great content.